Good afternoon and welcome to another Tea with the Vicar. My bicky for today is another Maryland chocolate and hazelnut cookie. I'm looking forward to that in a little while. We're going to be looking at another one of the parables of Jesus today from Luke 14, beginning at verse 8. Jesus had been invited to this posh do and everybody was trying to get the best seat at the table. And Jesus says to the folk around, as he does, he just tells these great stories. And he says, when you're invited to an important social function, don't be quick to sit near the head of the table choosing the seat of honour. What will happen when someone more distinguished than you arrives? The host will then bring him over to where you're sitting and ask for your seat, saying in front of all the guests, "You're in the wrong place. Please give this person your seat. Disgraced, you'll have to take whatever seat is left." Instead, when you're invited to a banquet, you should choose to sit in the lowest place, so that when your host comes and sees you there, he may say, "My friend, come with me and let me seat you in a better place." Then in front of all the other guests at the banquet, you'll be honoured and seated in a place of highest respect. Remember this. Everyone with a lofty opinion of who he is and who seeks to raise himself up will be humbled before all. And everyone with a modest opinion of who he is and chooses to humble himself will be raised up before all. Jesus calls us to be humble people, not thinking of ourselves as better than others, but rather have a modest opinion of ourselves, not thinking of ourselves as better than anybody else. And one of the things that helps me live that is because we are so important to God. You see, we've got the best friend of all in Jesus. He's the one who gave up everything for us. You see, VIPs or the presidents have people who are willing to take a bullet for them, to jump in front of the gun or the knife and take the hit. And that's what they're paid to do. Because they're important people, they have bodyguards who will do this. Jesus took the bullet for us, or more than the bullet. He suffered torture and torment for me on the cross. Jesus took the bullet for me because he thought I was important enough. That really humbles me, that the King of Kings and Lord of Lords, Jesus, would do that for me, give himself for me. Which means that I must be very, very important in his eyes. Which puts what the world thinks of me into perspective. Doesn't it? Because it doesn't matter what the world thinks of us. We might never sit next to the important person or be head of the table. It doesn't matter. Because God sees you as important enough to give you his Son as a sacrifice for all the bad things you've done. So let's pray. Heavenly Father, just thank you that you gave your Son for me, that Jesus died for me, that he thought that I was important enough and loved enough to die for. Thank you for that amazing sacrifice. And I pray now that I'm going to live for you even more. In Jesus' special name. Amen. So do join me again tomorrow. And remember, with Jesus we get peace over the panic, faith over fear, and calm in the chaos. And I just pray that you'll be blessed today. Amen.